In today's video, I'm going to show you how to work through this numeracy question, which I've taken from NASA's HSC Minimum Standards sample questions. So if you'd like more numeracy questions to practice with, there's a good place to find some. If you want to try this question yourself first, pause the video here because I'm going to keep going. So just pause. Okay, and let's go. So in this question, we probably want to be thinking about what concepts we use, and I'd say we're going to be using possibly around 4 concepts, I'd say, maybe more, okay? But something that we should understand, I think, is how to convert grams to kilograms and what a rate means. Some other concepts that you'll be using for this question will be addition and subtraction, but that stuff I think is a bit easier for you guys. So the first thing we should note is that, actually let's read through first. So I don't want to butcher this name, but Shastri works for a local shop. A customer gives her a $50 note to pay for, and the customer is buying 500 grams of tomatoes at $3 a kilogram. So let's stop there. $3 a kilogram. That's a rate. So rate is definitely one of the concepts we needed. And if you look, we have grams here and kilograms here. So that's why we would need to understand how to convert between the units. Let's keep going. I've got 100 grams of mushrooms at $7 a kilogram, 250 grams of strawberries at $10 a kilogram, and what is the correct change that should be given back to the customer? So I'd say we have 2 parts to this question. I would want to work out how much the groceries cost as my first part, and then as my second part, I'm going to subtract that from the $50 note. So let's work on the first part first. I have 500 grams of tomatoes and I need to work out how much that costs. To do that, I'm going to change from 500 grams, I'm going to change it to kilograms. So remember, your conversion is 1000 grams equals to 1 kilogram. I can explain this in a different video, but essentially what you need to do is divide the grams by 1000. So let's do that. I have 500 grams and I'm going to divide by 1000 to get kilograms. Note that this question does allow a calculator, so we can do that. So if you want to do that in a calculator, you should get 0.5 kilograms here. So that's how many tomatoes I have. Let's repeat the same step to find out the rest of them. So I've got 100 grams of mushrooms and I divide that by 1000. That'll get me 0.1 kilograms of mushrooms. I have 250 grams of strawberries. We divide by 1000 again. That'll get me to 0.25. So that is converting from grams to kilograms. The next thing I want to do is understand what the rate is saying. So here for tomatoes, it says $3 a kilogram. That means for every 1 kilogram of tomatoes we buy, so I'll say T as tomatoes, it's going to cost us $3. So let's say if I bought 2 kilograms of tomatoes, it's going to cost me 2 times $3, which is $6. oops, sorry, this one was meant to be a 3, my bad. So it would cost us $6. So let's repeat the same steps up top. For my tomatoes, $3 a kilogram, so I'm going to say 0.5 times 3. If you run that in your calculator, you should get $1.50. Repeat the same step down here, but remember that this is for mushrooms, so we need to look at the rate for mushrooms. Mushrooms are $7 a kilogram, so instead of timesing by 3, I'm going to say times 7. And that should get me $0.7. Alright, repeat the same step down here. Make sure you're looking at the correct rate. So $10 a kilo for strawberries, we're going to times by 10. And that's going to give us $2.50. Right. Now these are the prices for each separate item. I want to find the total cost of these items, so I'm going to just add them all up. So let's do that. If you run that in your calculator, what you should get is $4.70. Okay, now remember, that's not the end of our question. The question is asking, what is the correct change that should be given back to the customer? So we're going to do our second part of the question now, and we're going to remember that the customer paid with a $50 note. I need to see how much I need to give back, so I'm going to say $50 take away $4.70. So let's do that over here. 50 minus 470, and if you run that through your calculator, what you should get is $45.30. And let's see if that's one of our answers to pick out of. So yeah, it's just down here. That's one of our answers, and that would be the one I'm picking. I hope this made sense to all of you, and good luck.